Welcome to another Alex Geometry topic instructional video by Mr. Hardy. In this video, what we're going to do is we're going to look at identifying, it's called identifying transformations. But really what we're going to do, I think we're going to go beyond that. We're going to look at these shapes and decide what kind of transformation. Is it what we call a translation, a reflection, or a rotation, or none of the above. So before we do that, let's just talk about the definition. So a translation is when an object is just moved. So this triangle has just been moved up. It's just been shifted. But it doesn't change. The shape doesn't change. It doesn't get turned. Well, it could get turned, but it's just been moved. Okay? Just think of that as a shift. Here's another translation where it just got shift over here, but see, it hasn't really changed. Its base is still on the bottom. Okay. Now, let's look at what a rotation is. Here's an example of, here's the shape, and it's got kind of like a point of rotation. So it gets rotated about this point. So as it moves over, you can kind of see it goes over kind of like an angle or something. Okay. Now for reflection, you see reflections in nature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a Google. I think it's a Google Images, and I wanted to show you a couple cool reflections. Probably you've seen these, but here's one that I really like right here. So these are mountains, and these are the water, but you can kind of see there's sort of like a line, and it gets reflected over. But it's not, so the base is up against the base. Let's see if we can find, I think there were some other cool ones. Yeah, see the tree. So it's you don't see the tree and then see another tree underneath it. That would be a shifting. The tree actually gets rotated about some line. You can see that, about some line right there. Okay, so there's a lot of examples. You can probably tell that here's a mountain, and then it's reflected into the water. Okay, so that's what a reflection is. Alright, so let's go back to what we're working on. Okay, now here, this is something different. This looks like it's been shifted, but it's also shrunk. Okay, so that's not called a translation. Later we'll call that sort of like a scaling. We scale it or something. Those are similar triangles, but it's not a translation. Okay, so let's give this a try. Okay, this one you can kind of see it's reflected about an imaginary line. It's been reflected. So this would be a reflection. Okay. This one is a translation. It's just been moved. Translation. And this one, that was our example. It's been rotated this way because the shape hasn't changed. I don't think it's changed much. Rotation. And then this one I would say is a shift. It looks like it's not a reflection, because if it was a reflection it would look, bear with me a little bit, it would look like that. Okay, that would be a reflection about some line. So this is just a translation. It's just been moved. Okay, let's look at a couple more. There's a couple more. This is a translation. It's just been moved. Okay, oh, and here's my example. This is a reflection. See, it's been reflected about this line right here. So it's a reflection. Okay, and then this, maybe you can kind of see, this one's been rotated this, well, either this way or way around that way, but it's easier to see it this way. And this, so that would be a rotation, and I think this would be a rotation too. Rotation all the way around like that. I would call that a rotation. Alright, so that's how you do those. You try, you know, just try it. If you make a couple mistakes, you'll probably learn it really quick. So there you go. Good luck with this.